What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I am back with another video. This time once again, we're going to look at one NBA legend and highlight his unbreakable records. And in today's video, we're going to look at LeBron James and 23 of the most impressive and unbreakable records. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So, as you guys know, LeBron James, for roughly 2 decades, has dominated the NBA, coming in at age 18 and still being effective nearing age 37. So with that being the case, let's look at our first set of LeBron James unbreakable records. So first up, we have the fact that LeBron is the oldest player ever to record a 30-point triple-double, doing it this year at age 36 and 347 days old. In this game versus Orlando, he had 30 points, 11 boards and 10 assists on 60% shooting and a 12-point Lakers victory. The player who previously had this record was also fellow Lakers great Kobe Bryant. Now, in addition to that, LeBron is the oldest player ever, as well as the youngest player ever, to have 2,000 points, 500 boards and 500 assists in a single season. First doing it back in 2005 at age 20, and last doing it in 2018 at age 33. And almost identical to that stat, LeBron is the oldest player ever, as well as the youngest player ever, to average 27, 7, and 7 in a single season. First doing it back in 2005 at age 20, and last doing it in 2019 for the Lakers at age 34. So as you can tell, LeBron, there's not much difference in his stats from age 34, 36, comparing to age 20 or even 21. So sticking with that theme, let's look at LeBron's records when he was a young, great, and up-and-coming legend. First up, with the fact that LeBron is the youngest player ever to score 30, 40, and 45 points in a single playoff game. And funny enough, all those games came in his first playoff series ever back in 2006. In his playoff debut, he had 32 points, 11 assists, and 11 boards on 44% shooting. In Game 3, he had 41 points on 57% shooting, and in Game 5, 45 points in the game-winning layup. And in total for that series, LeBron averaged 35.7 points per game, the youngest player ever to average 30 points or even 35 points in a single playoff series. And lastly, when looking at the 06 season, LeBron averaged 31.4 points per game, the youngest player ever to average 30 points per game in a single season. The only players he trailed in scoring were Kobe, who averaged 35.4, and Allen Iverson, who averaged 33.0. So LeBron at this time period, he wasn't really in his prime per se, but the stats he put up were otherworldly and never been seen in NBA history. Now moving on from those stats, next up, we have some of LeBron's bigger accomplishments to deal with his career as well as his old age. And first up, with the fact LeBron is the highest points per game average in elimination games at 33.5, ahead of Jordan, Kyrie, as well as Allen Iverson. And in NBA history, LeBron is the only player above 32 points per game in those elimination games. Also, in his 19th season, he's averaging 25.9 points per game. As it stands, the highest scoring average ever in someone's 19th season. And when looking at age 37, LeBron once again is averaging 25.9 points per game currently, again a record for a player at that age in their 19th season. And for LeBron's career in total right now, he has 35,000 points, 9,000 boards, and 9,000 assists, the only player ever to reach all 3 of those milestones. And actually in NBA history, if you take away 15,000 points to LeBron, he's still the only player a part of that club at being 20,000 points, 9,000 boards, and 9,000 assists. That's how good his longevity is, as well as all-around basketball play. Now, one of the things for LeBron in his career that separates him from virtually every other player is how dominant he is in the playoffs. He's always consistent, and most of the times brings his A game to every game as well as every series. And total for his career, he's an astounding 7,631 career playoff points. No other player has more than 6,000. Even Michael Jordan didn't reach that scoring feat when it came to playoffs. Also, LeBron in Game 7's of his career has been fantastic in nearly every game, in total having 279 points, the most ever in Game 7s for a player's career. And when looking at average, he averages 33.2 points per game also in the top 3 all-time for Game 7s. And we're looking at individual games. LeBron has scored 40 points twice in Game 7s, scoring 45 versus Boston in 2008 and 45 again versus Indiana in 2018. Once again, both those games, they were an astounding 10 years apart, which demonstrates LeBron's great longevity as well as consistency in the playoffs. And the last stat that demonstrates that is the fact that LeBron has 4 total Finals MVPs with 3 different teams, having 2 in Miami, 1 in LA, and 1 in Cleveland. Once again, the only player to accomplish that feat in NBA playoff history. Now, moving on from Finals MVPs, Game 7s, as well as playoff points, let's just look at LeBron's scoring ability in total for his 19-year career. So far, LeBron has the longest streak of 10-point games at 1,059. That streak is currently active and sees no signs of slowing down. And when looking at the playoffs once again, he has the most points scored consecutively at 25 versus the Pistons back in 2007. And of course, in that game, LeBron had a game-winning layup, scoring 29 of his team's last 30 total points. And speaking of game winners, LeBron in his playoff career has 5 total buzzer beaters, and virtually all of them are iconic and definitely memorable to the average NBA fan. And once again, looking at playoff scoring, LeBron has most points ever in a playoff run for a forward at 748. That is second all-time only to Jordan, who had 759 points in the 92 playoffs. Now getting to the final part of the video, we have LeBron's last 5 unbreakable records. And these 5, in my own personal eyes, the most unique, they stand out as the most impressive for LeBron's career. And first up, we have the fact LeBron has had 18 straight seasons averaging 25 points per game. For some perspective, no other player has more than 13 total seasons in their entire playing careers. Now also in LeBron's career, he's the only player ever in a final series to lead his team in points, rebounds, assists, steals, as well as blocks. And of course, the series he did that in was the 2016 Finals versus the Golden State Warriors. Until that series, LeBron averaged 29.7 points per game, 11.3 boards, 8.9 assists, 2.6 steals, and 2.3 blocks in an epic 3-1 comeback, the first of its kind in the NBA Finals. Now, also very impressive in LeBron's career, he has the most games leading his team in points, rebounds, assists in a single game. In total, he has 61 such games. No other player has more than 25 such games. And looking to the NBA Finals, LeBron has 11 total triple-doubles, 3 more than Magic Johnson, the greatest point guard in NBA history. And the last LeBron unbreakable record is the fact that LeBron James in his career, he is going to score 40,000 career points. Currently, he's at 35,000, nearing 36,000, but I think over his last 4 years, if he averages 17 points per game, which is very doable, he'll reach 40,000 by nearly 280 points. And if you do the math on it, he has to play roughly 70 games each of those 4 seasons. And I think for LeBron right now, he is more injury prone, but only averaging 17 points per game, that's definitely very doable, and 40,000 points is 100% in reach. So that right there is the end of the video. That was our last LeBron James unbreakable record. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. This is part 4 of our Unbreakable Records series. We've looked at LeBron, Steph Curry, Kobe, as well as MJ. Next up, we'll have Tim Duncan and 21 unbreakable records for his playing career. So once again, as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.